Enemy think he baby Moses, he in denial. He in a what? I had to trade in my King James, I feel like Ohio. We made a soundtrack for the real ones who love the Messiah. If you need proof, just tell him go click the link in my bio. Click on it. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. All of my brothers, we pouring the spirit. I'm not an elite. Sort of the spirit ain't holding no choppers. We not an elite. All of my sinners as far as the west and as far as the east. Jesus, Yeshua, HaMashiach, whatever you please. If I break a bone, I go to the doctor. Breaking my soul, I go to my God. If I have a question, then we finna wrestle. I don't mean a rock. I got a brown commander-in-chief, and I don't mean Barack. I walked on the water and fell in the sea, so I'm dripping a lot.
Life gon' life, the church gon' pray, the king gon' come, the world gon' praise. Life gon' life, the church gon' pray, the king gon' come, the world gon'
be involved. We don't send no threats, I am the threat. Do you believe in God? Run him up to the cross, I'm breathing hard. Baby, don't need your nods. Giving him Jesus, dog, on the web, I'm Peter Park. He could be them all at Neiman Market, the Mac store, boy, I'm only speaking genius bars. Itching for a soul, let me meet him, dog. Tour bus look like the Greyhound. When you see me, you gon' see the dog. Start a revival, I'm breaking the cycle and making disciples. We body the idol, just pray for the rivals. I'm holding the title like calling me K to the Second Amendment. I am a weapon whenever I'm spitting. Got an MBA and standing on business. All of my fans can't really go live this. HGA to the finish that sentence. Buddy, we different, buddy, we're woo.
Enemy think he baby Moses, he in denial. He in a what? I had to trade in my King James, I feel like Ohio. We made a soundtrack for the real ones who love the Messiah. If you need proof, just tell him go click the link in my bio. Click on it. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Baby, I got him. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Okay, hey, I'm running to God. I cannot look back. I ain't watching my sodium. Okay, whole lot of Paul. I do not mean Logan. I mean Thessalonians.
Okay, I want to be holy. If no opinion, ain't here for controlling them.
Okay,
look to the cross. You muscle with Kyrie. That's what ain't holding them. Okay,
indeed of the second to last. That's something I couldn't imagine.
Okay,
we saved through faith. It's giving my grace. So quit all that boasting and bragging.
Stop that, okay? You aware all your ops that, okay? This is for you. TikTok that, okay? Go and lock that away. Go and walk that away. That'll not go away.
Life gon' life. The church gon' pray. The king gon' come. The world gon' praise. Life gon' life. The church gon' pray. The king gon' come. The world gon' praise.
Enemy think he baby Moses, he in denial. He in the what? I had to trade in my King James, I feel like Ohio. We made a soundtrack for the real ones who love the Messiah. If you need proof, just tell him go click the link in my bio. Click on it. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival. Bring out your Bible, hop in the pit, then start a revival.
All right, y'all know what it is, man. Rise Up, Joe Boss Radio. Wow, almost took y'all back to a former show I used to run that we are going to bring back at some point, but as of today, we rock it with Joe Boss Radio. But listen, you can go on YouTube and look up Rise Up Worldwide, and you can check out the previous show, which was specifically for Christian hip hop. This show in this version is really going to be encompassing of all things, all right? We're going to be talking about hip-hop. We're going to be talking about really all forms of music. And really what our focus is we're going to bring some inspiration, some positivity. We're going to give you good information on just how to grow, how to be better, and how to really focus on you and being the best version of you. So that's how we're going to do things today, all right? And I hope y'all ready to rock out, man. Listen, we got a great episode today. Listen, first off, I'm about to open up the show here in a minute. We're going to be talking about building a crest, right? Really, and what that means is really going to be talking about legacy. We're going to open up talking about legacy, right? How you going to start the show on legacy, right? Because it's important. There's the legacy that you receive, and then there's the legacy that you leave behind. So what part of your family, what part of the people you love do you want to see get to the next space? What do you want to do? What do you want whatever you insert your last name to be? What do you want the Scott name to be? What do you want the McClellan Lane to be. Shout out to my homegirl Hope in the comments. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, right now, if you tune in, jump in the comments. Let me know where you listening from. I appreciate you. Hey, Hope, I just want to say thank you for rocking with me. I appreciate you. That's the homie from Allstate and a good friend, good all around awesome person. Thank you. I really appreciate you. She's logging in from Gray, Louisiana. And listen, where y'all logging in from? Let me know. After we talk about legacy, we're gonna jump into this interview with my homie Rod, aka Cook That Up. Listen, my bro be doing his thing. You know what I'm talking about? Listen, I'm talking about the music that y'all hear from me lately. He produced it. Yeah, yeah. We got 2 hits that's gonna be coming out this year. We actually got some more work that we're gonna be doing. I'm telling y'all, man, it's about to be that year. 2026 is gonna be the year of the unleashing of Joe Boss. Right? I know that sounds funny, but in reality, this is what it is. I'm unleashing this year, so I hope that y'all can stay in the zone that I'm in. Y'all can stay in the same place that I'm in, and hopefully y'all can rock with me, man. Because as I grow, I want y'all to grow with me. I will never speak to you from a perspective of I got it right. Nah, that's not how we do things over here. I'm gonna always talk to you from the perspective of, listen, I learned something new. I learned how to do something, and I want to share that with you. That's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about how we grow in certain places, and I'm just gonna share it with you, right? Why am I gonna hold back information? Because the better you are, the better you can help me be. That's what we're gonna do today. And listen, my boy listen, he is a crazy producer. I'm talking about the man works with secular artists, Christian artists, and he just makes beats that could compete with anybody, right? He can beat beats with anybody. Listen, he might be the next Kanye. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. I'm telling y'all, man, we got a gold mine for y'all on this show today. So listen, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna jump right into it, man. Y'all know who I am, Joe Boss. And listen, I want to welcome y'all to episode number 7. All right, episode number 7. So listen, this is what we let me just give y'all some good information, right? We're gonna talk about legacy, right? So first thing is everybody has a name, right? Everybody has a name. You have your first name, like for example, my first name is Joseph or Joe. My last name, my God given last name, my family name is Scott, right? But not everybody's building something worthy of that name, right? Whatever your last name, insert that, right? You have to be the one to say, I'm going to build something worthy of that, right? Big shout to my homie Claudia. I see you. Appreciate you, sis. Another home. All stay y'all in the building with me. um, that's how we doing it, right? Um, but like I said, not everybody's building something worthy of the name, right? So what you want to do is one of the things that I started doing in the last year or two is I said I wanted to build a family crest, right? And I'm gonna show you the family crest that I built here in just a few, but I wanted to talk about it first because a crest is a symbol of identity. It's a symbol of reputation, and it tells people what you stand for before you even speak. Think about that, right? Some of you wear crest every day and you don't even know it, right? I'm gonna give you an example of a crest. Y'all see this hat right here? When you see somebody wearing this hat, what's the first thing you know about them? Either they love the Yankees, right? They probably like the Yankees. More than likely, they're from New York, or they just really like the city, right? And you immediately know those things about them, right? You know they're probably from New York. You know they like the Yankees. That's a symbol, right? And that's really what a crest is. It's a collection of symbols to tell people about who you are. It's to tell people about what your family stands for, right? That's what it's about, right? So let's talk about it, right? Your crest is going to be built through some repeated choices, right? It's really how you show up. How do you show up every day? How do you treat people? How do you handle pressure? Right? How you treat people? Listen, your reputation is going to speak for you long before you walk into that room. And sometimes it's going to speak for you after you leave that room. So, what is the reputation that you're building for yourself? Are you building a reputation to be known as a person that's difficult, right? Are you a person that's people like to be around? Are you the person that's confrontational? Or are you a person that's helpful? Are you a person that is generous? Are you a person that's kind? Are you a peacemaker? These are all important things for you to think about. These are all the things that you have to consider when you are building your legacy and your crest, right? Because it's important. It's super important because no matter what you do, you are going to leave a legacy whether you want to or not. So let's talk about how you can do that, right? First off, how do you handle pressure, right? And when pressure comes, because let's be honest, there's going to be things that come at you that are going to challenge you. It is what it is. That's life. You're going to be challenged. So you can either step up and say, I'm gonna handle this pressure in a positive manner, or you can say, you know what, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this the right way. So I'm buckle under pressure. Nobody wants to buckle, but sometimes if you're not prepared, it can hit you, right? Then there's an opportunity for recovery. But I'm not going to go too deep into that, right? Because that could be a whole nother show about pressure and recovery, right? Buckling and recovery. Those are important things, but that's going to be a whole nother show, right? So let's talk about that, right? Your legacy. Are you known for being a person that starts things and never finishes them? Or are you known for completing projects, right? That's part of your legacy. Mm. Some of y'all don't think about it like that, right? So there's three real pillars when you're talking about building a strong crest, aka legacy, right? Um, let's talk about consistency, right? That's a big pillar when you're building your legacy because are you the same person online as you are offline? Think about that. Do you present yourself in person differently than you present yourself on social media? Which one is the real you? Is the social media version you, or is it the person in real life? Because one of you is telling a lie if there's two different versions. So which version is you? Is the real you? Am I going to meet the real you when I meet you in person because I saw your content online, or is it going to be completely separate and I'm not even going to recognize you? So be consistent. Pillar number 2, integrity. Are you going to do the right thing even when it costs you? I know that's a hard one, right? Integrity is one of those things where you're not going to get a hand clap for it. You're not, right? But you're going to know inside. Integrity is one of those things where can you be honest when nobody is paying attention? Can you be honest with yourself when nobody's watching you, right? Listen, if you feeling what I'm saying, put integrity into the comments right now, right? Just write integrity in the comments, write consistency in the comments. Any one of these that resonates with you, put that in the comments to let me know that we hitting on something that's important to you, right? So we talked about consistency. Are you the same person? We talked about integrity, and that's really doing the right thing, even if it costs you. And the last thing we're going to talk about craft, right? Um, get better at your gift, not just louder at it. Think about that. Thank you, Chrissy, for letting me know that consistency resonated with you, right? Think about your craft, right? Everybody has innate gifts. What are the gifts that you have that you just need to get better? For example, I know for me, some of the gifts that I have is I have an ability to speak, right? I have an ability to grow. I have an ability not grow. Let me backtrack. Let me backtrack. I have an ability to speak, right? I've been told by more than one person that they really enjoy the sound of my voice, which is hilarious to me now at this big age because I remember a time when I was in elementary and junior high, my grandmother would have me call and order pizzas for her. And every time I would call out, they thought I was a woman. I'd be like, yeah, I'd like to order a pizza, such and such. They'd be like, okay, yes, ma'am, such and such. And I'd be like, nah, I'm a man. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, so when I hear people say now that my voice is strong, I sound manly or even smooth, you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes it's hard to believe because I remember what it was. So I had to work on how I speak to become confident, right? Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Claudia. I appreciate you. So to hear these things about that now, about my craft, I decided to use my voice to do a podcast, to do this radio show, right? Because I just want to share my growth with you all because hopefully the things that I grow is something that's going to help you grow. You get it? You know what I mean? Like I will never come to you from a position of I'm better than you, I know more than you. You'll never hear that from me. I'm going to share things with you that I learned and I'm really learning it for myself. I'm really learning it for myself. I had to learn how to speak with confidence. I had to learn how not to trip over my words all the time. And I still do that sometimes. I'm still learning, right? I wouldn't call myself a great speaker because there's things about being a speaker that I'm still learning, right? But I can say that I'm further than what I was. And that's the growth and that's the consistency that we talked about before, right? So those are the three pillars. Um, so now I'm gonna show you on my crest here in a second. I'm just gonna share last few things, and then I'm gonna bring my brother Rod, bro, cook that up on the show with us to rock with us. But right now, if somebody, I want y'all to think about this, right? If somebody was to watch the last 30 days of your life, what would they say your crest stands for? What would they say would represent, like if you were the representation of your family and they all they had was this window of the last 30 days of your life, what would they say about you and your family? What would they say about the Scott family? What would they say about the Arley family? What would they say about the McClellan family? Right? What would they say about the Morrow family? You are the representation of you and your family. So what would they say about you? Right? So that's why today's interview matters because a producer, he helps shape your sound into something that's recognizable. Right? My brother Bro is helping to shape the sound of my legacy. Right? That's something that I would not be able to do by myself. My brother is helping me to raise and elevate the legacy of myself and my family, right? And it comes from simple daily decisions, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna reveal this, right? I personally struggle from anxiety, right? And it can get the best of me. But what I've had to learn to do is to focus on one day at a time. One day at a time. So today, what decision are you going to do to shape the legacy of who you are and who your family is. And family isn't just blood. There's the family by blood and there's the family by love, right? Both of those count. There's the family that you were born into, and then there's the family that you build by love. All of that is important. So, how are you going to do it? Shout out to Hope. She said if somebody looked at her family, she would be the glue that keeps it together. That's strong. That is so strong, right? That means just from this one sentence, if I never knew Hope, I could tell that she's the type of person that's consistent. She's the type of person that when the going gets tough, I can call on Hope because she's going to be there to listen. She's going to have some answers for me to help me get to the next place. That's you know what I mean? When somebody says they're the glue, that's not an easy position. You're the person that everybody depends on. So like sometimes you're like, well, that could be unfair because you're like, well, who can I depend on? You are going to build your tribe. That's part of your legacy. You're building your family by love and your family by blood, right? Look, my wife is here. Shout out to the wife. You know what I mean? Shout out to Natalie, right? This is my family by love because we love each other. And now, because of our love, we built a family by blood, which is our daughter, right? So I'm building a legacy through this. Building a legacy through this. Let me share y'all what my family crest looks like. This is my family crest that I designed, right? It has several symbols on there. I'm not going to explain all of it, right? But you see the very middle of it. It looks like just it's a cross in a heraldic way, not the traditional cross, but more heraldic because it's a heraldic is the correct way to say that. Excuse me. Just for the design, I like the look of it, right? There's of course the book, which is the Bible. There's the tree of life, which represents growth. There's the globe, which kind of represents global impact and travel, because me and my wife like to travel. And then there's the bear. See, most people are like, well, why would you choose a bear to be a part of your cross? Well, one, let's be honest, I'm a big guy, right? I've always had a nickname of being a bear since I was a kid. But what a bear represents is it represents nobility, right? It represents family because bears naturally they naturally cling and protect their family, right? They protect their cubs. They build family. That's what a bear does, right? These are just some of the things. I got swords in there. Why? Because swords represent nobility. They also represent protection. They represent discipline. And then, of course, the crown. Because as you're building yourself, your family is part of the legacy that you're building. You need to look at your family as royalty. You need to look at your family as royalty. And this is my crown. Your crown don't have to look nothing like mine. I'm just showing you and sharing with you the importance of legacy. All right. And I'm gonna end it there because I just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was really, really important to share these things with you because as I grow and learn, I'm sharing it with you. All right. So listen, my boy, bro, cook that up is here. I'm about to bring him on the stage. Bro, what's good, man? How you doing, sir?
What's good, my guy? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, you loud and clear, man. How you doing?
I mean, had to break out the real microphone on him, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I don't know if you were listening the whole time, man, but you've been talking about legacy and things, man. I hope some of that resonated with you, bro.
Definitely, bro. First and foremost, I just want to say that I love the sound of your voice. And because I know you mentioned that earlier. And
Yeah.
I know you was talking about like shaping the sound of your
Yeah.
legacy, man. You know, one of the reasons, bro, that I go so hard in like what I do is because, man, one day I'm not gonna be here, and like
Mm,
I feel like I would
mm,
never die because I'll have music that my loved ones can listen to, my friends and family can listen to, man, and it's just important for me to leave behind something good. I don't, you know, make every genre. I make a lot of different genres,
yeah.
but like one thing you'll notice with like 99% of the stuff that I've worked on, none of it's like negative stuff.
Mm, love
It's
that.
important.
Yeah,
It's important.
you got to put some positive energy in the air. I love
Yeah,
that. I love that.
definitely, bro. Got to. And man, like with the stuff like we're working on, um, I really love what you bring to it, man. And when I first started, I told my wife, I was like, um, I kind of had like a natural draw to like trap beats. And
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I was like, I think trap beats will be my in to the like music game and whatnot, but it won't be
Yeah.
my end. So, man, and it kind of has worked out like that so far,
Wow. That's huge. That's huge. So let me just introduce the audience to you. My brother Bro is a producer that literally brings some of the best beats I've heard straight live like that. Some of the best beats that you will hear kind of anywhere, right? Like he can, and I don't say this lightly, right? But my brother can literally make a beat for pretty much any genre, but the quality of his sound can compete with anybody. I don't care who you want to listen to, he can compete. Now, obviously, because he's not at the level that we want to get to yet, I'm not gonna throw names out here to try to, you know, that would seem fake, right? But I am gonna respect what my brother does by letting y'all know how much I got love for him, right? And later on, I just might let y'all hear some of the music that we've been working on.
should
You
definitely
know,
do that.
just just maybe.
Definitely do that. Definitely should do that, man. Thank you,
You
bro.
know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
You already know. You
Yeah.
already know. So let's talk about it, man. So listen, let's let people know. First off, my question for you is, as a producer, right?
hmm
What made you decide that you wanted to produce music as opposed to just actually just being the rapper? Like I know you can rap as well,
hmm
but being a producer, you know what I mean? Like you have to kind of be in a place where I want to support other people more than I support myself by being a producer,
Definitely. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. So actually, bro, I started off rapping like like a lot of people, artists, producers, or whatnot. So I started off rapping as me and my brother. Back in the radio days, we used to break out the tape. We would turn on the radio, we'll record, make our own mixtapes, and then like if we could find a beat, man, we'd just be doing some goofy freestyles, man. And so that really parlayed into when I went up to Winston-Salem State. Me and my guys, man, we used to call ourselves like the Legacy, and then we kind of branched off and had some other names like me and one of my guys, we called ourselves the Young Sopranos, and I would kind of engineer it, cue up the beat, press record, edit it a little bit. Um, but even back then, man, I called myself Stay Low, and that was
Okay.
because like I didn't really want to like be in the spotlight. I preferred to be like in the background.
Yeah.
Um, but like during the whole time of like rapping and recording and all of that, man, I really just wanted to know how to make beats because I didn't know how to make beats. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah.
So like, you know, fast forward to pandemic times, man. Me and the family, we moved up to Pennsylvania for like 13 months. And we're living with my in-laws because we had like 2 small kids at the time, and had another one on the way. It was all out of school, you know what I'm saying? And we're working from home, going crazy, man. Kids running around. And so when we got up there, kind of got depressed, not gonna lie, and was relying on some substances that I feel like I should not have been relying on almost on a
Yeah.
daily basis. And
Yeah.
I found music. My boy put I say he lit the fire. He put the spark. And man, ever since then, I just wanted to know everything. I knew if I could figure out how to make one beat, I would eventually get to like a place where I feel like I'm at right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that's powerful, bro. What I'm hearing is you were trying to find a place to cope.
Definitely.
You were trying to find a place to cope. And what you realized that one thing you were using to cope really wasn't helping you. And you were able to turn music and channel that negative energy into something positive. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
100%. 100%, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think you can say it any better than that, bro. I mean, I knew how I was coping with it was just like a temporary thing for me.
Yeah.
And I knew I was in a temporary situation. But I think like a lot of us, man, we was trapped in them 4 walls for so long, like we just needed to have some kind of outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like we were around my wife's grandmother and grandfather, and so we didn't want to like risk them getting sick and stuff like that. So we kind of like kept things relatively close to the house. But yeah, you couldn't say that any better, bro. I needed that.
No doubt, bro. Like I said, that's just me trying to inject this positive energy in the world, bro.
For sure, for sure.
Talk about like in building your style of music. Like, who are some of the influences that you would say kind of inspired your sound?
I would say, man, like early when I say early, like I've been producing forever. I've been producing for like 6 years, but like early when I started, it was probably somebody like maybe like a Metro Boomin, a Pharrell. And as I kind of, I'd even say like a Timbaland. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I hate to say that name, but even as I progressed, my probably biggest inspiration, man, in terms of like, man, if I could make a beat like this brother, I would, is probably Hit Boy. That's my guy, dude. I feel like he can do anything,
Yeah.
bro. I love that guy,
Yeah.
man.
That's
Love
what's
him,
up.
bro. Yeah,
That's what's
I
up.
love that dude, man.
I mean, hey, listen, you definitely you own to something when you talk about that one.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
yeah. And listen, I'm not gonna lie too, bro. Man, I was also influenced by like, guys like Kanye.
Absolutely. And I want to
For
talk
me,
about him later.
yeah. For me, bro, even like a guy like a Travis Scott, sometimes, man, I have found myself at times not even trying to, just kind of like gravitating towards some of those kinds of sounds at times when I'm not even thinking. But, I think even with like people such as yourself, man, like as an artist, I think we get influenced by our like top 5 favorite rappers, right? Or producers in my case. And without even
Yeah.
knowing it, we end up kind of like imitating bits and pieces of their sound until we can just make it into our own and not even have to really think about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Wow. That's good, bro. That's good. So now,
Yeah.
So now when you are, I guess you've worked with some pretty with a lot of names, right?
Mhm.
Who
Yeah.
would, now I'm not going to ask you to run down the list of, you know, celebrities that you work with. I'm going to propose this question, right? Who would you say your favorite artist to work with is, and why? Like, why is that person your favorite artist, right? Like, what about them and their style of music makes you want to produce for them?
That I hope I don't make nobody mad. Dang, boy. Woo!
Well,
You put
listen,
me on the
you don't
spot.
have to give, you don't have to give me one. You can give me your top three, top
Okay.
five, or just
Okay.
who comes to mind first, right? Because I ain't trying to cause no problems
It's
for the
all
people
good,
that
man.
record with you.
I have like different reasons, man. I will say this, man. Like, I don't expect anybody to know any of the people that I've ever worked with. Like, I'm not really like at that level. Um, but like I would say the most recognizable name that some people might know, her name is Shay Noir. She's from like the Buffalo area. She's kind of affiliated with the Griselda crew,
Okay.
like Benny the
Okay.
Butcher, 38 Special, all of them. So I did one with her. That was huge for me at the time. But I would say, man, I have different artists for like different reasons.
Yeah.
The first one that comes to mind is a girl named Simone. She's from Roanoke, Virginia. Um,
Mm,
she probably has over like 1,000 songs unreleased, and we started working together last year. We probably got like 10 songs unreleased, and we're working on the strategy to like market them, get them out there and stuff like that, man, and tightening up the mix and stuff like that. But the reason I say her first is because when we first started working, man, me and my guy, Scary Lucas, we threw her like beats. And man, when I tell you this girl, she has gotten so many reps in the gym, as they say, that like she was coming back with like almost like a full song within a day or two on almost every beat. And I was just blown away at how good the songs were. Um, man, like I feel like, and I know you can relate to this, but some of the best songs are like the simple songs. You know what I'm saying? That like
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you know, um don't really have too much going on lyrically with the hook and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she just knows how to do it. It's a science. She just knows how to do it, bro.
Wow.
So I would say definitely her. And I got another guy by the name of Tyler Rye. He's from the UK. Um, Met through like a mutual friend, man. The thing I love about working with him is he allowed me to be what I consider to be a super producer. And like my
Mm,
definition of a super producer is somebody that can step outside of their like main genre and like do a pop record or do a rock record. And he gave me that opportunity to like kind of display that I can do those types of songs.
yeah.
And powerful voice, man. Really got to know him well over the years. And all of his recordings that he has sent me, like when I'm mixing it and mastering it, have been like super clean, just like really clean.
Nice.
Like, he knows how
Yeah.
to record well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
I love that, bro.
That professionalism makes a difference.
I love that, bro. Like it makes my job easier. I can get the product out a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts. Big fact.
um, those are probably the top two. I mean, other than that, bro, I will say this too. I'm gonna say one more, and I'm gonna stop talking. Um, there's an artist goes by the name Half Full Soul. We probably have like 8, 9, or 10 tracks. They're unreleased, but they've been unreleased for a while, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen at this point with those tracks. But on a personal note, man, whenever we locked in, we really locked in. Like she actually helped me hang up the the sound panels on my walls when I first, you know what I mean, was like recording and stuff like that. Like she was there literally from like day one. And we really recorded some beautiful songs. And so hopefully, man, we'll get to a point where we can like not talk about it with her, but we can listen to it with her. But everything else is pretty much like either out or like this close to being out.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Listen, this is what I want to do. Let's break it up a little bit. I want people to actually hear some of your sound, and you know, because I don't know the other artists, I don't want to play a lot of music that might have some language in there because we want to be family, of course. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to share some of the song you and I did, one of them that you and I did. And listen, when we come back, we're going to continue. We're going to talk about that. We're just going to continue, you know, going into different topics, brother. All right. So listen, man, y'all know what it is, man. First thing, for all of y'all tuned in right now, this is what I need y'all to do, right? I need y'all to donate now, support, show your boy some love. You can do so real simple, either Cash App or Zelle. Joe Boss Radio on the Cash App. The Zelle, you can just use my phone number, which I can put that in the chat, or you could just scan the QR code, making it real simple. All right, please do that now. Show some support, show some love for the show. You know what I mean? We really appreciate each and every person that's here because, listen, we making things rock and we making things grow, but we need your support in order to be here each and every week. All right. So let me just bring this to the stage, this music, this track, and let me know what y'all think. All right. This track is called Celebration. All right. Y'all know what it is. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
It's a celebration. We just won the championship. Congratulations. We worked hard, believed in the dream with dedication. We locked arms, put time in the gym. Cooperation. About to spin the block one more time in celebration. Yeah. This is celebration. Yeah. This is celebration. Yeah. This is celebration. Raise a glass to the air. Let's celebrate the victories. We have conquered despair and laid down the enemies. We've been grinding on our feet. We've been praying on our knees. We got cuts across our hands, but we still lift and feel the breeze. Got my graduation cap, little bit of swag across the top. When I walk across that stage, little bit of swag up in my walk. Put respect across my name, or watch your mouth when you talk. And my prices just went up. Money rising like the stock. I got faith, I got joy, and I got love, and I got peace. I got grind up in my heart, sacrificed a lot of sleep. Competition came out tough, but I'm still standing on my feet. And my faith in the Most High, the reason I can't be beat. While I'm on this earth, I'm putting in work. I'm about to go berserk in the kitchen. I've been whipping, and y'all about to get dessert. So save the hate. I'm too focused trying to win. Counting trophies, cause we gon' win again. It's a celebration. We just won the championship. Congratulations. We worked hard, believed in the dream with dedication. We locked arms, put time in the gym. Cooperation. About to spin the block one more time in celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's fourth quarter, line them up, cause I'm about to take that shot. Tell that competition when they try to stop me, they will not. Let me talk to the academics, that's my G's with degrees. Give them A+ effort, but remember C's get degrees. Have some grace for yourself. Get some space for yourself. Hit that gym and get your health. And check that bank and get your wealth. Cause real estate can build your wealth. If you can cook, then be a chef. If you can sing, then hit that studio and give it all your breath. I'm trying to put you on the game. The different ways to get that bread. I pay my bills on time. I'm on my grind. My next with cherry red. Turn that music up. Yeah, we up. Yeah, that means we stuck. We gon' win so much that them blessings overflow the cup. Heading towards my peak. Yeah, my team gon' start this winning streak. Time to move your feet. Don't you hear them trumpets in the beat? Yes, I'm celebrating me. This that year that I'ma shine. You should press rewind, cause we gon' run it back one more time. It's a celebration. We just won the championship. Congratulations. We worked hard, believed in the dream with dedication. We locked arms, put time in the gym. Cooperation. About to spin the block one more time in celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I hope y'all enjoy. Listen, man, if you everybody in the comments that y'all got to hear this music, right? If y'all feeling this track, please put celebration into the comments right now. Please just write celebration into the comments right now. Appreciate y'all. Listen, this song is going to be on Bandcamp come February 1st, where you'll be able to purchase the song. The streaming version of it, we're going to get that out soon. I don't have an official date for that yet, but it will be available soon on streaming as well, but it will be on Bandcamp. Listen, look, I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love. The comments, the section is blowing up. You know what I mean? Big shout to everybody that jumped in. Big shout. Let's see who's here right now. I see my All-State family. I love y'all, man. Big shout to the homie Ren, Lauren, Claudia, and Hope already been rocking with me. I got my Restoration fam here. I saw Thomas, Kyrie. Of course, my wife is here. Love it. My man Malachi 4040. Appreciate you. I'm glad you here. Thank you. Listen, what y'all need to do is just right now share this stream on your timeline. Share it to your friends group. Share it somewhere. Listen, I know that seems minute to a lot of y'all, but for us streamers and trying to build what we're doing out here, sharing a stream to your timeline is more valuable than gold, because you are literally exposing us to an audience we would not otherwise be able to reach without your help. So if you can, all my people on Facebook, please just reshare this. That's all you got to do is hit share. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? That's all you got to do. So February 1st, this track is going to be coming out. My wife, she's hype. I appreciate you. Already shared it on their timeline, man. Y'all have no idea the love and everything. That really appreciate. That warms the heart. It really does, man. And listen, this track you just heard was produced by my brother right here, Bro Cook That Up. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of things we're working on. We're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to move this thing out. So let's continue talking about what it is. So listen, bro, when me and you started working together, right? I remember when we first met, my brother here, our children were going to the same school. And what's funny is, like, I remember seeing him a few times. He would see me a few times, and we had similar cars. Like, I had a Pathfinder. He had the Infinity version of the same car, right? And so, you know, when you see somebody with similar vehicle, you naturally say, all right, we got something in common. It was a icebreaker, right? But y'all gonna laugh about this next point, right? The first time we actually broke conversation We were walking through the hallways of the school, and his son saw me, and his son was like, "He's so big and fat." And I was like, I just laughed. I thought it was the funniest thing, right? But to the integrity of my brother here, he came to me afterward. He was like, listen, hey man, I hope that wasn't offensive. I'm so sorry about that. You know what I mean? Like he was real genuine about it. And I appreciated that because I that's not the first time. Listen, it ain't no secret I'm not exactly small, right? So it's not the first time that a child has seen me and felt some kind of way. It could be fear, it could be surprise, it could be, anything. Sometimes I know I'm probably the biggest person some children have seen. I'm used to it by now. But the fact that he came to me was like, bro, I'm sorry, right? And I was like, yo, we good. We good. And that's okay because, since then, your boy has been working on his health. And I'm going to
Mhm.
announce this for the first time publicly today. I am officially 90 pounds down from the weight I came to when I first moved to Charlotte. I'm not going to put that my actual number in there, but I am going to say that I'm 90 pounds down. Maybe one of these days when I start get to my goal weight, I'll tell y'all where I started from. But I can say that my progress has made a difference. It's making a difference in my life. And my brother here has been a support system. You know what I mean? He has definitely been somebody I could talk to. He's been there for me in ways that had nothing to do with music. From somebody that we've only had, kind of surface level conversations, and then we started really building a brotherhood because personalities matched. It was like, how you meet some people and you immediately know like this person is a part of my tribe, and that was the energy that I got from bro. I hope you feel the same way, bro. But I knew
I
right
do.
that yeah, you was part of my tribe. You know what I mean? You was a brother that was real. You want to help people. You've helped me. You've invested in me, and I just want to say I appreciate that. Right? A lot of those people in the comment section right now. This is my tribe, bro, and I wanted to share what you do with my tribe because it's important.
Thank
All
you,
right,
bro.
of
Thank
course.
you, bro.
So now, so I want to jump into a topic that you actually posted earlier today on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I want to bring it up is because we were talking about um, since we brought up the name Kanye West,
We did. We did.
you know what I mean? Kanye put up a post earlier, or not. He put out an apology earlier that I thought was like such such an important thing because he talked about mental health, and I'm gonna read this, and y'all can go read this. I read this that my brother shared it. It's on hotnewhiphop.com is where where he shared this, right? And I'm gonna read what Kanye said, and this is his formal letter. It looks like it was gone into the Wall Street Journal to apologize by those affected by his past actions. So I'm gonna read it and we can talk about it, right? It says, "This is Kanye. To those I've hurt, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma, the deeper injury, an immediate physical trauma, excuse me. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, times I didn't want to be here anymore. My words as a leader in the community have global impact and influence. In my mania, I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regime of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound, much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and new ideas to help the world. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass. Though I aspire to earn your forgiveness, I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. Wow. Wow.
Can't say it much better than that.
So I want to address this because mental health is such an important thing, and it can be damaged so easily.
Facts.
Mental health is one of those things that it doesn't matter what your actual situations are going through, what the actual situation of your life is. If your mental health is off, you're not going to be able to see the good in what's around you. Kanye West is a multi-millionaire. Matter of fact, I think he's a billionaire.
At one point,
Right.
I think he definitely,
I think he's a billionaire. At least at one point, he touched $1 billion.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what that's like yet, but Lord willing, I will.
Not yet.
Not
We
yet.
on the way, man. We on the way.
We working on it. You know what I'm saying? So we working on getting to $1 billion. But imagine having $1 billion and your mental health being so bad
Yeah.
that you can't even enjoy life.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know too many problems that having $1 billion don't solve.
Facts.
He
I
ain't
like to know
worried
to find
about.
out.
Listen, let me tell you something. If it's cold outside, if I got a Billy, I can take a flight wherever I want to go in the world.
You heard me?
I'm not worried about being able to pay my bills. I'm not really worried about what outfit I want to wear, because whatever I want, I can get it. I'm not worried about what kind of car I'm going to drive, I'm not worried about the neighborhood I live in. I'm not worried about none of that, because if I don't like something, I can easily change it, right?
Yeah.
But this goes to show how mental health can shift and change your perspective.
And money don't even matter if you not there mentally, and a thing money can really do to like fix some of that stuff.
What profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul, right?
Wow.
And I'm gonna give y'all a practical sense, not to give y'all too much Bible, because I know I don't want some of y'all to lose it when I start talking this way. But what profit a man to gain the world and lose his mind? Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
You can lose your soul, but you can also lose your mind. What gain is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to make sure your mental health is right. And I'm telling y'all this from a person that struggles sometimes with anxiety. I'm telling you that from a person that has, my entire life I've struggled with self-worth and just really understanding my own personal value.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not telling you any of this to say that I got it together. I don't. I'm working on it. I am proactively working to grow, and I'm sharing my I'm sharing parts of me with you all, not for the sake of you judging me, but hopefully we can share and grow together.
Yeah.
Right. So back to Kanye though, right? When I look at this, what I hear is a man who's literally, he wants to be loved in a way that supersedes his financial status, right? He
Wow.
wants genuine love. And when you have a Billy, right? I'm talking about a billion. I know I'm using some slang for y'all that don't understand. When you got $1 billion and you're that famous, you literally question every relationship you have. Because in the back of your mind, you have to wonder, are you with me for the money? Are you around me for the money? And that's a hard place to be. I can tell you personally, I want to be wealthy. I don't know if I really want to be famous.
Oh, absolutely not.
I
No,
don't
sir.
know. I'm
No.
kind of leaning towards not, but I know that I
Mm-mm.
have to use my voice and my gift to help
Yeah.
others.
Right.
Y'all have no idea how hard it was for me to start doing radio and start doing podcasting where people could see me.
Yeah. That's different.
Different. I remember when I first started doing radio and podcasting, 2007. 2007 is the first time I started podcasting. Back then, it wasn't even no live podcasting. You had to pre-record your show in GarageBand, where you literally would copy and paste the music, record a part, copy and paste the music, and then you uploaded it to whatever server so people could hear it. Then I came back to radio 2016. Used to use an app called MixLR from my basement, and I'm broadcasting to people just using my voice. And I did that for like 3-4 years where you could not see me. And I was comfortable in that place. Fast forward, the pandemic came. Everybody needs to see video now.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah.
That was an extremely hard transition for me.
Yeah.
That was a really hard transition for me
Yeah.
because being on camera in front of people is hard. So how do you feel about all of this, bro? I know I'm talking a lot, but I want to know how you feel about when I read this about Kanye and when you shared it. What were your thoughts?
You know, man, it said to me that no matter how much we like see somebody or listen to them or like read their interviews and stuff like that, or see them at the award shows and stuff like that, there is so much about a celebrity that we just don't know. You know, we think we know their personality, and that's kind of like the trick. I feel like you hear so many different stories about this and that person that's famous, and you go up to them, you ask them for an autograph, and they tell you no. You know, and I mean, like, hey, they have the right to tell us no. Let's not get it twisted. But you know, for some people, man, that's a real eye opener. But like at the end of the day, we do not know these people. We consume their products. You know, we don't know them at all, bro. You know, but like, it also really, man, it really like showed me a human side to Kanye, well, to Ye, you know, or Kanye, whatever he want to call himself, man.
Right.
I hope Chat GPT did not write that apology because it's perfect.
It is perfect.
He ain't got a lot of emojis in there. Maybe they removed the emojis, but
Hey,
like that thing perfect, my guy.
I'm gonna swing back. You know, he got a Billy. He can hire a writer.
he can definitely hire a writer or two. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
He ran that through the PR company before he released that joint for sure.
Big facts.
Yeah. But man, I don't know, bro. It shows me like a very it appears to be a humble side. And I feel like we've seen so many ups and downs from this guy that like you go like, dang, man, I wonder if he is about to drop an album. You know, some people were like commenting, like, yeah, we don't want to hear it. We know you got an album on the way, more than likely. You know, so that's another layer to it where it's like a lot of times these people will be quiet for a very long time. And then when it becomes like marketing time, now I need to show my face a little bit. Let me release a statement. I just hope that whether that's the case or not, I hope that this brother is, you know, taking his life more, you know, more cautiously, more seriously, man, because I think we all know people who may have some kind of affliction, you know, whether that be like a mental thing or not. And it's not always common, man, where you'll see one of them ask for help, reach out for help, accept help, and pursue it, you know. And I hope anybody, not just him, that has some kind of, you know, mental health issue is able to move their ego out of the way and just be like, I give up. Like, I can't do this by myself no more. I need some help. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's such a powerful thing. Like, he's literally asking for help.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something that I thought was powerful, is that he is recognizing his mistakes. He's recognizing that, you know what, I've done some really bad things. And yes, is it late? Yeah, it is. But it's not never. So he's reached a place, of humility, right?
Yes.
Listen, everybody says something like, yo, I like the old Kanye. You know what I mean? The Kanye who was dropping albums, you know, talking about college, you know, college days album. I can't think of the albums right now, but
College Dropout. Kanye with the backpack and the pink polo.
Backpack Kanye. That in my opinion, that was the best Kanye. But then I remember the shift in Kanye is when his mother died. When Kanye's mother passed away, there was a dramatic shift, not only in his music, but how he carried himself. It was like he lost the only person that could hold him accountable. He lost the only person that he was doing all of this for. You know what I mean? So it's like, wait, I lost the person I loved the most. I lost my accountability. I lost the reason I'm grinding. But now I'm at that point, he probably had a couple $100 million, right? So when you can spiral and you have access to literally the whole world, you can go to some dark places. And the thing that people have to understand is that a lot of us get to grieve and go through our pain in silence, right? When you're on a level and a basically a household name like a Kanye West, you have to grieve publicly, and it's not always pretty, right? Everybody who's listening to this show right now, whether you're listening to it live or you catch the replay, you have all had moments in your life that you're probably glad that people didn't see.
You're 100%. 100%.
This part of my life, I'm so glad it wasn't on YouTube or it wasn't on CNN for people to judge me when I'm at my worst. So that's why I don't hate on Kanye. I know he has made some terrible decisions, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shout out to the homie CLR Jazz in the comments. He's bringing up some good points. Like, yo, he had dinner with a white
He
nationalist.
did. He did.
You know, he mocked
Yep.
the death of George Floyd.
Yep.
I mean,
It was
he
Nazi
was a
salutes and all that stuff. Nazi, like paraphernalia on his clothing.
MAGA clothing, a Trump supporter. And listen,
Yeah.
I'm not here to get political because
Right. No, not at all.
that are going to support Trump for whatever reasons, right? You know what I mean? His audience is for his audience.
Yeah.
And he do not care if you're not a part of his audience. He is ultra focused on the people that look like him and sound like him. Right? Love him or hate him. Right? But for Kanye, you know what I mean? Like his mental health was challenged in a way that he had to figure this out publicly. And I'm glad, and I say all this to say that I'm glad that he's in a place now where he's becoming humble. Or he's been humble.
And I'm gonna say this too, bro. I will never be a Kanye apologist. As far as like the things that he has done that people know. I mean, like the crazy antics and things and people he's been around and stuff. I will never be a Kanye apologist. There's people that I know to this day will never consume his music again. Like, and I respect it because, I feel like if you don't stand for something, you know what I'm saying? So I get that. I think with me, even through like his last album that was released on SoundCloud and was, yeah, for sure. It's a lot of wolves and evil people in the music community for show. For show. I'll say, man, even with like his last project that he released on SoundCloud, and it was something about like he called it like Nazi or something. I can't remember. I don't even know if I can say that word on live. But anyway, I as like a music guy, I listened to it because I actually wanted to hear where his state of mind was at. Like, because I know the brother be doing like this. And I'm like, well, does he still have like that genius in him? And can he still pick the right sounds and make the right bars over the sounds? And what is it really all about? And so, man, like for me, I was able to like separate him or the person that we have seen and read about from the music. And, as many things that he has done that I was like, that ain't for me. I can't get down with that, bro, like at all. I was still able to like ingest the music and like kind of like take what I could from it,
You eat the meat and spit out the bones.
That's it, bro. That's it. Yeah. But like it's a lot of people that's it's gonna feel a certain way about this guy. And like I will never argue with you and tell you not to feel that way because he did it, he said it, you saw it, and you are entitled to feel exactly how you feel. 100%.
Yeah, you're entitled to your feelings, I love how you use the term apologist, right? Because for people who don't know, an apologist is normally used in the biblical context, right? But really, it's somebody who defends a certain thing, right? You defend Kanye West, you defend the scriptures, you defend LeBron James versus Jordan, whichever side you want at the table, right? So I want to go too far on this, but I love how you said that even though you're not an apologist, you still are hoping that he gets what he needs, right? Because there's a difference between, the opposite of an apologist is a hater. That's the opposite, because an apologist is a person that's going to defend something and bring different reasons. A hater is going to be a type of person that's just going to spew negativity towards whatever that topic or person is. Those are two
Wow.
opposite ends of the spectrum, right?
Mm.
I will never be a hater, right? But some things I can't defend either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to make this political. I'm not going to talk about whoever your candidate is.
Right.
Whoever you like is who you like. Cool. You got your reasons. I like who I
Mm-hmm.
like, you like who you like. But some things you got to defend, right? And
Yeah.
in Kanye's case, I'm going to defend the fact that he needs some help. I'm not defending his decisions. I'm not defending what he stands for, but I'm going to defend and say he needs some help, and now he's actively seeking to change his life. And that's what we all want to do. We all want to change and grow to be better. A
Yeah.
big saying that somebody close to me said, if you're not growing, you're dying. That hits hard.
Yeah. Facts.
So listen, enough about Kanye. Listen, I need people to know how they can connect with you, bro. So one, they can either purchase some beats from you, or they can come and connect with you. Where can people find Bro Cook That Up?
Man, you can find me in a lot of places, man. So of course, like social media, man. Like, I think when you decide to pursue something like this, you have these ups and downs where you like, I don't want to be on camera. Okay, I'm about to be on camera. And like I'm kind of like I'm kind of in one of them phases where I'm like, bro, I'm about to be on camera. Y'all about to see me. Like y'all about to see me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
of course, like pages like on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty active on Instagram. I just recently started a music review show on Twitch where I'll go live.
nice.
People will submit music and I'll listen to it and we'll vibe out to it. I always take into account where people are at in their journey with music. We get songs that don't necessarily sound what some people would say is professional. But this might be somebody that just started rapping a year ago or singing a year
Right,
ago,
right.
all the way up to, man, it's been some relatively big time artists that have come through the channel and I had no clue that they were big time, right? I listened to
Yeah,
the music and then I go look them up and I'm like, whoa, it's like, dang, he pulled up. I'm
yeah,
like, dang, that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
dope. You know what I'm saying?
for
So
sure.
definitely you can find me on Twitch, man. I go live a couple times a week. Don't do a ton of TikTok stuff. I got a little TikTok stuff out there. But really, man, outside of that, streaming platforms for sure. Like Joe was saying, Bandcamp. So Bandcamp is basically a website where instead of when you consume the music, instead of him or me getting like less than a penny when you listen to
Mhm.
the music, if you go to a place like Bandcamp, you can purchase the project. If it's a single, you can purchase the single. And a lot of times you just name your price. If you want to give $1, give $1. If you want to give 2 or 50, you can do that. And it's
Yeah,
important, man, for us to be able to like keep going. It's a lot of noise out there. A lot of music that you probably think is noise too. But it's important when you find a guy like a Joe or hopefully like a me that you can man, like help us continue to invest in our sound quality, leveling up in our equipment so we can chase this thing and like deliver some high quality products to y'all because we obviously are passionate about it.
yeah,
But definitely Bandcamp, man. I say when 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 the single drops, the best thing you can do outside of purchasing the project or the single is to let somebody know about it, man. Just send them a link, say,
Yeah.
yo, this is my guy right here. Just give it a listen. I think you'll like it. And by the way, if you want to support him directly, name your price. Like you can put whatever you want to on it. And like I said, that really just helps us continue to go, man. So hopefully I covered all the bases.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did,
Yeah.
sir.
Ah,
Appreciate
we
you.
good then. We good.
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Listen,
Appreciate you.
man, this has been such a great episode with my brother, man. Like,
Yes, sir.
um, we really covered some really great topics. Everybody that is listening to the show right now, please, I need y'all to like, subscribe, follow on these platforms, right? Particularly YouTube and Facebook, right? We're trying to get to the point of monetization, and don't won't cost you guys anything just to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button.
Oh yeah.
What it does is going to put you in position to be back here each week, the
Yep.
same bat time, same bat channel, getting this good positive energy and music and topics, man. Because we're
Yeah.
not gonna be haters over here, man. Like we anti haters over here.
100%. 100%, man. Yes,
You know what
sir.
I mean?
Hey, man.
So
Let me just say this too, bro. Shout out to you, man, for bro, like I think when a product like this comes out, and we're out there, we're showing our face, we're talking, blah, 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 blah. I think sometimes people, man, like maybe sometimes downplay, the amount of time and setup, equipment that goes into it, and just the fact that people are putting themselves out there. I think people kind of get used to that, but it's not easy to get started for a lot of people, and then it's also not easy to continue to go. And there's going to be times when you'll have this show and it might be one person watching, it might be two, might be four, and
yeah,
they don't understand that like there's a piece of you in your, maybe it's your ego, maybe it's your pride, where you just kind of like your confidence, like it hurts a little bit, but you keep going. And shout out to you, because this is episode 7. There were 6 episodes before this one, and I have no idea how many people was in the chat watching live,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
kept going. So shout out to you, bro, for doing this, man, and continuing to push on, bro, to try to do something that's positive. It's fire. Shout out to you.
Wow. Thank you, bro, man. That just means the world. That means the world for you to say that, bro, because when you're trying to build something, a lot of people don't understand what it's like to try to build, right? Especially when you're trying to build a business, right? Most people are accustomed to just going to their job 9 to 5. When I show up from here, from this time to this time, I expect to be paid this amount, right? They don't understand what it's like when you literally have to create something that didn't exist before, package it, and present it to the world, hoping that people will either listen, buy, subscribe, follow, show support,
Share something.
share something. You have no idea how it's going to be presented. So it's a lot of work. So for you to acknowledge that, bro, man, like I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And
For
listen,
sure.
in that same love, man, for those of you watching right now, please show some love to the show. Hit that Cash App at Joe Boss Radio. I know some of you may be visual, you may be watching on your laptop or whatever. So for those of you that are visual, like myself, these are the QR codes. We got Cash App and Zelle. So please show some love in either one of these sides. The Cash App is the easiest for those of you that use it. You can just type in money sign Joe Boss Radio. The Zelle, you are going to have to actually scan the Zelle. But either way, Trust me when I tell you, if you saying $5, $2, whatever you want to contribute, if you want to contribute $20, $100, whatever you contribute, I promise you is going to go to the growth of this show. All right.
For sure.
So listen,
You just
on
got
that note,
you got an hour and a half of entertainment from my guy just now. From me and
Yes,
my
sir.
guy, but really from my guy. It's his show. You got an hour and a half of entertainment, man. He is an hour and a half away. Not away. Well, he's been away from his family for an hour and a half, entertaining us. Show just got some love, man. Come on, man.
Appreciate that, man. I really do. I appreciate everybody that was able to rock with us. Listen, I'm gonna end the show with some music from one of my favorite artists, the homie Jared Sanders. So we're gonna get into his music video, just so you guys can enjoy that. And listen, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna add this to the stage. Of course, we got to get past these YouTube advertisements. Here we go. And we will see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Same that time, same that channel. Make sure y'all subscribe at Joe Boss Radio.
Yeah. Most days I never be bothered with all of the drama presented in day to day. Most people won't even start up a problem. They not for the brawling, it's safe to say. We come from the bottom. We ain't got $1 to cop it and put it on layaway. We go down the block for the washing and put all the ramen on top of the paper plate. Fry bologna, get a bubble, you pop it. Catch him lacking and you run in his pockets. Anything to get some money to top it. Go with the broccoli, y'all. What I've been trying to get, man, a blessing at least. And when I'ma give it a rest, when I'm resting in peace. Used to see all of the baddies and only would bother with physical features. I was a baller, you see, with a ratchet that's sorta like Gilbert Arenas. Hey, didn't wanna grow up, I fill up the double with Henny and Cola. And wanted a rollie and whipping a roller to send it with plenty of figures about it. Wanted to know how the predators move and double the credit and step with the goals and trying to be bad is a terrible tool. Right with the devil, a negative move. Said it was hell I was headed into. I got a spot up in heaven, I'm not finna get it if I don't get out of this. Hey, I try to run up a bag and double it back and cop in the bins, I try to run up a tab and up in the mag and follow the trends, I try to hustle and brag and up in the flag and holler revenge, I try to clutch it and pull up and dump it, the money I got it to spend, I try to run up a bag and double it back and cop in the bins, I try to run up a tab and up in the mag and follow the trends, I try to hustle and brag and up in the flag and holler revenge, I try to clutch it and pull up and dump it, the money I got it to spend, Most of these rappers be acting too finicky. I don't see all they picture too vividly. Man, I come from the crib with amenities. Rode on top of the rent with a cable bill. Hope they gon' get them from A to B. Cut the rent down the middle like symmetry. In the hood, it take different abilities. Don't believe in them just cause they say they real. Pen of the pencil, LeBron James. When I listen, I'm sick of the mind games. Every kid is a witness of crime, shame, and it's what they gon' tell them to get? What else? Man, a check of the streets, and then they all under arrest. What else? Or they resting in peace. Radio won't even say what they did. They play all the rappers who raising a cig and tell every baby go lay with a chick. The industry rappers are raising your kid, claiming on all of your taxes. Even the government trying to campaign as a trick. They plant it all in your head and they run it on playlist so they can get paid in a sick. No creative player, don't try to play me. I'm rocking with Hova, but not a Jay-Z. I think of the level he on and I say I'm an underachiever like Brown and AD. Told me to tell all the youngest, forget all the haters. They better off following me. He be the chief and you know when he all in my home and it's sorta like Roy and KC. I try to run up a bag and double it back and cop in the bins, I try to run up a tab and up in the mag and follow the trends, I try to hustle and brag and up in the flag and holler revenge, I try to clutch it and pull up and dump it, the money I got it to spend, I try to run up a bag and double it back and cop in the bins, I try to run up a tab and up in the mag and follow the trends, I try to hustle and brag and up in the flag and holler revenge, I try to clutch it and pull up and dump it, the money I got it to spend,
All right, y'all know what it is. We will see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Peace.